So, the question you're probably asking is, come on, is it really that simple? We've heard about this sort of automation over the years, but it tends not to really happen. It does really happen with Oomnitza, and the reason why it can be that simple is that we've created presets for you to use across your IT systems. And what is a preset? A preset is a REST API endpoint that is already configured for your use to perform common operations, like updating user details, getting user details, retrieving asset details, updating asset details, locking a device, wiping a device, looking into your Salesforce instance, or accessing Asana, just to name a few. We have quite a few of these, over 1,200 presets today, that operate across more than 165 different IT systems, including Cisco systems, Meraki, Jamf, Zendesk, Jira, Intune, and various HRIS systems. We allow you to pick presets that operate bidirectionally with those systems, meaning they can read and write data in and out of those systems, allowing you to reconcile that data. When you choose a preset, it comes pre-configured. The only thing you really need to add 95% of the time is the credential to access that system. Everything else is taken care of. This is what enables the low-code approach and turns the historical process of automating business processes on its head. Where it used to take 90% of your effort to do the implementation and you'd spend 10% of your time figuring out what you wanted to do, now we've flipped that. Now it takes 10% of your time to implement, and you can spend 90% of your time focused on what you want to do. How do I want to implement offboarding? Consider that an offboarding process, while it starts as something very simple, the CIO says I need to make sure that we securely offboard users. How tough can that be? Is actually complex for your IT practitioner. They hear, wow, I've got to take data across multiple systems in multiple departments. HR systems, HRIS, identity management like Okta, security, operations, system management tools. All of these things have to be combined together to accomplish offboarding. Simple offboarding becomes complex across 50 systems. How do we get it back to simple again? Low-code workflow automation. We're going to give an example right now of how you can implement secure offboarding within your organization. I will also show you how to modify secure offboarding to fit your organization. Oomnitza has divided secure offboarding, this key business process or this enterprise technology management application of our low-code approach, into 5 specific areas or 5 functional phases for the offboarding process. These phases are present in every organization. It may depend on the organization how they want to implement them and which tools they use, but they all work through these 5 phases. Separation. A user is preparing to separate from the organization, whether it be voluntary, involuntary, planned, unplanned, group leave of absence, whatever that might be. Deprovision. This is where you remove access to systems. Reassign. Here, you deal with the work product associated with the user in whatever productivity system you use. Maybe it's Office 365, Google, or something else. You need to reassign emails, remove or forward calendar invites, reassign any open sales opportunities to avoid losing them, and reassign projects if a PM is leaving. Recovery. You need to recover hardware and software. This involves ensuring security and avoiding unnecessary expenses. For example, you might recover a laptop that still has life in it instead of buying a new one, or make sure licenses are properly managed so you're not adding new ones when you haven't retrieved the existing ones. Decommission, the final step where you make decisions about the equipment. Can it be repurposed or refurbished, or should it be sent for e-waste processing? This phase also involves contacting the disposal company and updating financial systems to mark the asset as fully depreciated. All of these are part of the secure offboarding process, but they're broken down into 5 straightforward steps, organized into a set of simple workflow blocks that are connected via drag and drop.